Katie Doll is on her way back. It's Sunday and you're on the go.
At 4 o'clock, it's time to slow.
'Cause everybody that you know is watching the Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff.
No, the Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff.
No, the Jeff and Katie Show.
Maybe it's commutable.
It's simply irrefutable.
No matter what, we know that you'll be watching.
The Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff
No,
Show.
the Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff Show. Commutable.
Boom.
Disputable.
Delusional.
No matter what, we know that you'll be watching. The Jeff and Katie Show.
Math. Katie Doll, I forgot to sing a word.
I know. Well, it would not be the Jeff and Katie Show if we didn't screw that opening song up in
That's for
some
sure.
way.
Holy cow. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah,
You were telling me beforehand that you've been busy with critters.
I know. We've got a puppy. I think the day before the last Jeff and Katie show.
Oh, is it? Oh, is that
So
true?
now we've had her for a month, a short month because February's short. But yes, I was when I said good in
But
my
this was
cheery.
March.
What?
Oh, because it was
But
4
February.
weeks. Oh,
Yeah.
I got it.
There were not the 3 extra 28th to 31st days.
There were not even a leap one.
Not even a leap one.
No.
So anyway, I feel when you said how are you and I said good,
Yeah.
I heard myself say it and I thought that is false, because there is like no sleeping going on in our house or relaxing just due to the little puppy who is really a lot like having a baby.
Yeah.
Minus diapers, which is both a blessing and a curse. So we're just
Yeah.
we're hanging in
Wait,
there, and she's very cute.
Are you having to potty train?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's
right.
11 weeks old, so she's very little.
Yeah.
Getting bigger every day because even though we don't feed her at every minute, which is her preference, she would prefer that we feed her continuously.
Constant, yeah. Of
Yeah.
course, because
tube.
burning up all that puppy.
Yeah.
It needs constant refueling.
Yeah, this is really good puppy motion
Puppy
you're
motions.
doing here. Yeah.
How's Guthrie?
He's good, thanks.
He
He's
had a
5.
birthday.
He just turned 5. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, you both had birthdays this past week.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I just turned 15. And no, he
You had
yes.
Guthrie when you were 10.
Well, I was an early starter. No, he turned 5 and I turned 38, and it was a good week in our house. There was a lot of cake.
A lot of cake.
Yeah.
And your mom came for a visit.
And my mom came for a visit. There, she and my stepdad are fully vaccinated, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Well, you and I were down to Milwaukee for such a thing.
We sure were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we went down there. We had planned a trip to go down there anyway that particular day, because
Not Jeff and me, just to be clear. Yeah.
No, Charles and I
Yeah.
had planned to go down to Milwaukee on that particular day, that Wednesday, because we are needing to buy lots and lots of lighting fixtures
Oh.
for said remodel of home that's still ongoing. Do you know how many lighting fixtures we found to our liking in all of Milwaukee? Zed. Zero.
So bad.
Yeah.
Where did you look? I mean, how many places did you go to? Many places.
We went to West Elm, and we like West Elm, and we've bought stuff from West Elm, and we like the stuff but we didn't find a lighting fixture that was right for what we were looking for.
Mhm.
And then we went to this place called BBC Lighting. Have you heard of them?
No.
They're down in the sort of that warehouse district kind of place over there by the Potawatomi Casino area.
Sure.
And anyway, it's like this old rickety store that's got like thousands and thousands of lighting fixtures. But the thing that I like the most, and we did not find one to our liking, but the thing that they have at BBC, they have this strange little mannequin alley I don't know why they're selling these kind of old timey mannequins, but it's very creepy and yet alluring. So
did you find some mannequins to your liking?
well, I could have brought a few home if I had room to fit them in the car. But anyway, so we ended up getting a call to go down and get. I got a call. Charles is already fully vaccinated, but I got a call to go down and get my first shot, and so did you.
Yep.
So that
It's
was
amazing.
A good thing. So we
Yeah.
drove all the way down to Milwaukee for lights, but we were glad that we went down because I was getting a shot.
Yes.
So at least it was a purposeful and productive trip.
Yes, and we'll go back in 3 weeks, and then.
And 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. The 14th, and we'll be like Doc Heide and Dave Alley, fully vaccinated.
Do you know what Presidential Day, April 14th is?
What presidential day?
There's a significant presidential event that occurred on an April 14th
On April 14th?
in history,
What year?
1865. That gives it away.
That did give it away. Is that really the day that Lincoln went and saw my American cousin?
Yeah, that's the reason that I know it, because I wrote a song about that, and I used to have a line on April 14th, 1865, but I
Oh,
took that line
April
out.
14th.
But I remembered the day.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I made a little trip to Costico too.
Costico.
Costico. Yes.
Huh. Yes, I'm not a Costico member, but I hear I should be.
Why?
I mean, by here I mean I infer. I feel that Jeff Herbst makes fiscally wise choices in his life, and Jeff is a Costco. Whenever I hear that Jeff is doing something, I think to myself, probably the smart thing would be to also do that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, you're giving me way more credit than I'm due for sure. But no, Costco is good. We sometimes, when you go as just two people in a household, you look at stuff and you're like, we should not be buying all of that. Because Costco, you have to buy all of that instead of what you need.
Right.
So it's a little problematic sometimes.
Right.
But you can find people to share with as part of the
Right.
part of
Oh,
the
you
thing.
could find some people to share with.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
then not everyone would have to be a member of Costico.
That's correct.
Now, what do we have to talk about?
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, we've just
other
already
than-
talked ourselves to death about stuff that doesn't matter.
Costco should totally sponsor us, for the record. We have exciting stuff
no
coming
kidding.
up. In 4 days, we have a thing.
April Fool's Day.
That's right. No
What are we-
joking.
Not joking. What are we doing on April Fool's Day?
Well, we're having a show called Only the Silly Songs, an April Fool's Day Festival of Fun.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's a mouthful.
isn't it? And you can leave off the subtitle. It's optional. It's a video compilation.
Yeah.
From our archives. Like we've done several of these in the last year, and this is one of about funny songs.
Funny and silly.
Funny and silly.
Yeah, we got a lot of those.
Yeah.
There are lots to choose from.
Yes.
Northern Sky Canon.
Yeah.
So that's part of our winter season, and it's the final archive show of the winter season.
Mhm.
And then we have one more event that will be coming up in the winter season.
Yep.
We've had a remarkable kind of year here in so many ways. We are hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll be able to get some stuff going in the park and in the Gould. We have lots of plans that we're working on to make such a thing happen. There's still some things that are out of our control, but we're hoping they'll start to flip and we can announce a season soon,
Yeah.
is the hope.
Yes. We really hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I said, we have the winter season. You can go back and you can watch anything that we've done over the entire winter season at your convenience.
Mhm.
And
And
you
at
can
your own
watch-
price point.
And at your own price point, pay
Yep.
what you choose. And you can watch the two upcoming events, which are
Only the silly songs.
Only the silly songs on April Fool's Day. And then also Doc Heide in concert.
Mhm.
And we've had, what have we had? 4
concerts.
concerts?
Mhm.
We had
Well,
Eric
we've had
Lew-
3.
We've had 3. We're going
Mhm.
to have 4
Yeah.
when Doc is done with his. And those people were Eric Lewis and Claudia Russell and Bruce Kaplan and Karen Mull and Will Taylor.
Mhm.
So you can go back and catch those 3 concerts. I highly recommend that you do if you're looking for some really quality music and great people.
They were so good.
They
and
were all
fun.
good.
They were
Just
really great.
terrific.
Yeah.
And we are looking forward to April 17th. Is that
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And we have our own very special guest to come on and promote such event.
Yes.
That is our own Doc Heide. Want to come join us, Doc Heide? There he is.
Yay.
He's waiting in the wings or in the wing.
In the wing.
He's in the wing.
We're still in the backstage of the theater. Here, welcome, Frederick Doc Heide,
Yes.
co-founder of Northern Sky Theater. playwright, psychologist,
Raconteur.
professor, raconteur, songwriter, guitarist extraordinaire.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Thank you. Perpetual bumbler. You could put that in there too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How you been?
I've been pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Considering there's a worldwide pandemic and all. I mean, we're all being affected by that. But as things go, it's been pretty good. I've retired from my full-time teaching job in the nick of time
Right.
a year ago
Right.
in April, right? And that turned out to be really a good thing to do
No kidding.
because I've been able to shelter in place with my darling wife
Yeah.
during the pandemic. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you, I think, were telling me when last we might have talked in person, maybe out at the park. I don't remember when you did this, but you went skiing, didn't you? You and Jody had a chance to go
Yes,
skiing.
we've skied
Are
as
you
often as possible.
Have you?
Mhm.
Was that trip that you were telling me about when you got caught in the terrible icy weather? Was that in the UP?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've been going back and forth across the UP to visit Jody's relatives
Right.
in northern Michigan. And so, yeah, we've
Wait a minute. So you go to Michigan and
across
then
the
you
Mackinac Bridge. Yeah.
Oh, you do, and you
Mhm.
get up there
It's
that
the shortest way to get there. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like 6-7 hour drive. And
from Jody's mom's place.
yeah, to
Wow.
here and back. And so we've been going quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it turns out that there, just a few miles from her mom's house, is this really sweet little Midwestern area called Nubs Knob.
Nubs Knob.
Yes,
Amazing.
Very
Nubs
alliterative.
Knob, exactly. Famous for the best snowmaking in the entire Midwest.
Seriously?
Really?
Yes,
With
What do you mean
snowmaking?
snowmaking?
snowmaking, yes.
Like the sky makes it or the humans make it?
The humans make it based
Uh-huh.
on water that
Yeah.
they project and freeze. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So it's one, a long kind of meandering story as to how they ended up with this amazing snowmaking system. But yeah, so the mountain itself is quite small by
Colorado
Western standards.
Yeah.
Kind of like a
but
nub.
It is still skiing.
A nub or a knob, you might
It's more
call
like
it,
a knob, yeah.
Mhm.
Than an actual. You notice they didn't call it Nubs Mountain, or
Right.
even Nubs Hill. It was
Not even a
Nubs
knoll.
Knob, exactly. Nubs Rise, whatever. Yes. So yeah, we've been skiing there, and we also went up to Mount Bohemia one time.
Mount Bohemia.
Mount Bohemia one time we went there.
Wait,
We went there once.
Are there a lot of Transylvanians there?
That's a lot of Bohemians there apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up in the Keweenaw Peninsula. That's our favorite place to ski.
Oh.
But they opened very late, and they've already closed for the season
Oh.
because they're completely natural snow, and it
Yeah.
was a really bad year.
Yeah.
But that's expert skiing. That's all black diamond. They don't allow anyone in who isn't an expert, actually. They
Yeah.
don't make snow. They don't groom.
Wow.
It's in the snow belt out there where they get an average of 12 to 15 feet a year of natural snow. So
Yeah.
it's really amazing.
Yeah.
And it's 60% tree skiing, which means you really have to
It just sounds
know what you're
terrifying,
doing.
doesn't
It
it,
sounds
Lady
like hell to me. Like, I cannot think of something more unsettling. Yeah.
Well, there's that.
Like I'm very I have broken my wrist twice slipping on the ice and in my life, and I don't know if that's the reason or what, but I am a very skittish
Mm,
winter walker,
yes.
and sometimes when I'm skittishly walking across the ice trying to be a penguin, I
Uh-huh.
think to myself, Doc Heide skis Black Diamond Hills. Sometimes I think that to myself, and then I think, wow, that's all. It's amazing to me because it's so scary to me to be out of control
Uh-huh.
sliding on slippery material like
Right.
ice or snow
Well, it is potentially
At this kind of a
dangerous.
pitch.
toward trees.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
toward
toward trees.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mount Bohemia is actually the only place we've ever skied that has triple black diamonds.
Wow.
If you're a skier, they start with green. That's the
Yes.
easy.
Then
Blue is the
blues.
intermediate. Black
Blacks.
diamonds. And then they also have double black.
blacks.
And then they have triple
Triple
black,
blacks.
which is sort of like one more black,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Spinal Tap. It goes all the way to 11.
More
I mean,
black. Yeah.
And they mean it, man. I'm serious. You're surprised when you buy a lift ticket that they don't give you a parachute with it. I mean,
Oh.
these are just sheer
Oh,
up and down.
no.
And if there
That's
isn't a lot of snow, it's suicidal. So you got to really.
Do you ever not want to push off? Like, do you ever get to the top and be like, I would really prefer not
Yes.
to have to do this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the
that does
chair back
happen.
down, baby.
Yeah. I mean, that with the triple blacks, we've had that experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
Because if the snow melts, it's
Slippery.
it's super dangerous. Well, not slippery actually. It's like rock and dirt
Oh.
and stuff, and
Oh.
so it's quite. That's not good for skis.
Yeah.
Not very slippery.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Not good for skis, he
No.
says.
Not
Never
good for
mind
your
my
neck
body, never
either.
mind my
Yeah, right.
health, never mind my
But-
life. But with skis.
I was fortunate to, I don't know how the cosmos united me and my wife, Jody Jessup, but she is an amazing skier. She, like me, has been skiing for, close to 50 years and grew up skiing actually at Nub's Knob. And so she's also a black diamond skier. So it's kind
Wow.
of amazing.
That is
Yes.
amazing.
Fairly rare
I
for
know.
Yeah,
women
yeah.
of her age, particularly. It's just really rare.
Let's segue into the Doc Heide.
A snow
concert.
song. Oh,
Yes.
the concert. Yes. Okay.
Doc, what are you going to do?
I was hoping you were going to tell me,
Oh,
Jeff, but
on April 17th, thou shalt perform
right, yes.
for the.
Well, Yes,
Yeah.
what I'm actually going to do is an evening of original songs.
Uh-huh.
Here's an interesting fact for our for our audience. I realized this is going to be the first solo singing concert I've done in my entire life. I have never done a formal concert where I was the
Oh.
only singer.
Oh.
Because I've always been on
Exciting,
stage with
everyone.
other people,
Oh.
Eric Lewis or Holly Feldman or
Yeah.
any number of other friends.
Mm.
And I've done a few, back in grad school, I played in bars and coffee houses and stuff like that, but that wasn't a concert, And so in a concert setting, this is the first time I'll ever be singing by myself. And Jody is going to join me for a little percussion. Which
I
will be
was going to
sweet.
ask. I was going to say you could
Yes.
probably find a holly wig or something to put on her.
Well, we had our first rehearsal yesterday, and she's very good on,
Oh yeah.
on the cajon.
Yes.
So, and,
Yes.
and the egg. And
Oh,
other
great.
And
stuff.
like the eggplant. She has
The
like all
eggplant.
those amazing vegetable
carrots,
percussions that
the
come out at
lime,
campfires.
lemon. Yeah, she's really
Oh.
adept.
Yeah.
They all have a different sound.
Huh.
So she'll be joining me, and it'll be an entire evening, as I say, of original songs. What I'm actually currently planning to do is kind of follow it chronologically,
Oh.
starting with the first decent song I ever wrote,
Which was
It's
what?
a
one
peaceful
you
river.
know,
No, what's it called?
What?
Was it river? The river one. Peace. Is it called?
Dream Away Down River.
Yeah. see?
Yes,
okay.
actually.
I didn't know the name, but I got.
Yes, exactly. That was in 1985.
They don't
for,
have to give me trivia. I just make my own trivia by interrupting.
Exactly. So we're going to do that and then kind of follow it through. And a lot of this stuff people will never have heard, either because it's original for the first time or more likely because I never perform really outside of Northern Skies. So unless you've come to one of the few events,
Yeah.
You probably won't have heard a lot of this stuff. But
How wonderful.
Yep.
So where does this song we're going to sing fit in chronologically?
well, this is about 3 or 4 years ago I wrote this. Let's see. If I can get my foot right. This is a song I wrote about self-acceptance, which is a theme that interests me greatly. So many of us have a hard time accepting fundamental aspects of ourselves, what we look like or our weight or some aspect of our personality or whatever. And so I think it's very important that we start from a position of self-acceptance around that. And so I wrote this song. It's actually like a number of my songs. I like writing in the style of old British folk songs. And, trying to write songs sort of sounds like it's been around for hundreds of years, but maybe the theme is somewhat more recent. So that's what this is.
Oh,
And,
cool.
yeah,
It's called "The Sky Was Born to Snow."
it is. So, can make it work here. The old red wing didn't like to sing, he thought he sounded wrong. He began to caw when he finally saw he was born to sing that song. Oh, thunder, come down from the mountain, tell us what you know. The rose was born to love the thorn, and the sky was born to snow. The great blue whale, he tells the tale how he cried the whole night through. He dried his eyes when he realized he was born to be that blue. Oh, thunder, come down from the mountain, tell us what you know. The rose was born to love the thorn, and the sky was born to snow. The old mermaid was sore afraid that she would falter soon. She lost her fear when she saw clear the color of the rising moon. Oh, thunder, come down from the mountain, tell us what you know. The rose was born to love the thorn, and the sky was born to snow. Oh, thunder, come down from the mountain, tell us what you know. The rose was born to love the thorn, and the sky was born to snow.
It's lovely.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
You sound beautiful on that, Jeff.
Thanks, Doc. It's fun to sing with you. Now, what are we going to segue to next, Katie
Well-
Doll? Segue Queen?
Well, I was going to segue. I hadn't thought of a segue yet, but I was going to tell everyone. We as a sort of a company, we were thinking about what have been the nice silver linings of this pandemic.
Ooh.
And as this is the last scheduled Jeff and Katie show, we don't know when the next Jeff and Katie and Jeff show will be. I was thinking, like, I love the Jeff and Katie show, and I love playing music. I mean, so many of my musician friends haven't gotten to, play
Yeah.
in real space with people, and so we have had that gift. So that's been great. But there've been a lot of them for Northern Sky, like
Yeah.
we've gotten, David Alley's done a great job of getting our archives in order, and
Yeah.
we've gotten to kind of really take a look through those and explore a lot of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
We've gotten to interact with so many of you who have been like so great and present for us
Unbelievably so.
in so many ways. We've gotten to all like bond on Zoom so much. We've all gotten
So much Zoom
so
bonding.
much Zoom bonding. It's better than Zoom bombing.
It's better than Zoom bombing. That's
yes.
true.
And that reminds me that thinking about those silver linings reminds me of another segue, which is that so many of you have supported our Rekindle campaign, which has been
Unbelievable.
unbelievable. That's sort of like the ongoing fundraising effort that we've been undertaking to make Northern Sky have a sustainable path through opening day 2022, basically. Not that we
Yeah.
won't do anything this year, but just that we
Yeah.
know there's so much uncertainty and everything in play. So
And the interesting thing about that, Katie, is when we thought about the need to do the Rekindle campaign, exactly what we anticipated might be happening is happening, which is it seems unlikely that we'll be able to have a full, robust 2021 season because the pandemic is still ongoing, because vaccinations, we have to reach herd immunity. All that stuff has to happen before people are going to feel confident about being in large gatherings again.
Mhm.
So what we need to do, what we want to do is have a presence. And we want to employ as many people as we can, especially the people that we were not able to give jobs to last year, because all of those people have stuck with us through this entire year. They have contributed mightily to all of the efforts that we've made to do a virtual season. They've contributed to our Raise the Curtain campaign. They have contributed to Home for the Holidays. Our authors have been hard at work. We have been working on brand new material during this pandemic. We have been doing readings of stuff that might find its way to the stage in spite of the fact that we've been closed for a year. It's extraordinary. And the Rekindle campaign allows us to continue to plan as if we're going to be able to do all of those things. And if we can get people back, even if we can't get a full, robust audience, we have the money because of the Rekindle campaign to go ahead and launch a season.
Yeah.
So we are so primed, we are so ready because of the Rekindle campaign. So if you believe in continuing to support us, you can still give to that campaign. We are still going to probably have to budget a deficit season because of all the things that I just said. And
Told you
help,
he was good at fiscal things.
and your help in that area has been tremendous. Honestly, it has given us all the ability to stay creative. Otherwise, we'd just be shuttered.
Yeah.
And that's no good. That's no good for an arts organization, especially. And it's no good for all of the people that, that you've come to rely on to be there for you to tell stories.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep telling stories.
Yeah. And if you would like to give to that campaign before April 1st, you could get your name in the Playbill, whatever form that takes this year, and you will get to be next to all the other amazing, beautiful, intelligent, kind people who've given to the Rekindle campaign. So we recommend, before April 1st. No jokes.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yes. Now, I was thinking we should segue to trivia.
Oh, trivia.
Dun, 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 dun.
I asked Doc Heide if he wanted to be trivialized this week, and he said yes. So
I don't know that he did say yes. I think
didn't
he
say
said,
yes. No, he said, I'm not very good at trivia.
Yeah.
I said, I wasn't talking about trivia.
That's right. But I have made I know Jeff is a really big trivia guy. And so I thought you could both contribute to this.
Oh.
This trivia, whatever. If
Oh,
you can
okay.
answer too.
Okay.
Right?
I promise not to be a hog.
Okay. Okay. So your trivia, Doc Heide, concerns the Bay Area in California, where you have spent much of your time.
Yes.
Yes.
37 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like all in a normal year pre-retirement, you would spend like the whole academic year in
That's
in
right.
what, in Berkeley?
In Berkeley.
Yeah, that's
Berkeley
what I
Hills,
thought.
Yep.
Wow.
The Berkeley Hills. Well, maybe we'll start with that question. Do you know what the Berkeley Hills used to be called before they were called the Berkeley Hills?
Gosh.
I have no
It's
idea.
a blank range.
Blank range.
Uh-huh.
Big sky range.
Good guess.
Far left range.
Good guess, especially in Berkeley. Contra Costa range.
The
Oh.
Contra Costa range.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
That makes
Contra
sense.
Costa?
Well, the county just to the east of Berkeley is called Contra Costa, which I believe is
Oh.
Spanish for against the coast.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Contra Costa. Of course.
exactly. So that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know the 3 highest peaks in the Berkeley Hills, or any of them?
Oh my goodness.
It's okay
highest
if you don't know them. I thought,
peaks?
I was like, in my imagination, you would like to go up to these peaks in the Berkeley Hills, perhaps ski down them because you like the rock skiing,
Nub,
rock
Nub.
trees.
Nub, Nub.
Yeah.
Oh, Nob Hill. Nob Hill's in San Francisco, isn't it?
Nob Hill is, yes,
Ah.
indeed. Yeah. Well, let's see, the 3 highest peaks in the East Bay Hills.
In the Berkeley Hills.
I don't think I would know any of them. I mean, it's Tilden Park, but I don't think there's a Tilden Peak.
No, well, I didn't know if this would be easier. That question would be easier or hard. It's Grizzly Peak,
Grizzly Peak.
Round Top, and William Rust Summit.
William Rust,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
the guy who never sleeps.
Is that him?
Rust Never Sleeps. That might be a little before your time.
Rust never sleeps.
Neil Young's famous.
Oh, Dave Alley laughed.
Yeah. Do you know who Berkeley is named after?
I assume it's Bishop Barclay.
Yes.
Yes,
Bishop?
I think they pronounced it Barclay.
That's
back in
right.
Oh, like
England.
Barclay
Yes.
Square.
Yeah, he was the founder of philosophical idealism.
Amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you know his first name?
Charles.
No.
I thought, is it William?
It's George.
George
George
Barclay. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, team.
We're doing really well so far.
You're doing
Doc.
really good. You're doing real well. Now, the Bay Area is home to 6 professional sports franchises.
Oh, sure enough.
Can we name them?
I think maybe I can name some of them.
Well, the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Correct.
The San Francisco Giants.
San
Correct.
Francisco Giants, the Oakland Raiders used to be.
They used to be. They're not
Now
anymore.
they're
So
LA
they're not
Raiders,
one of the 6.
The Oakland A's.
Yes.
The Golden State Warriors.
Good.
And there's a hockey team, the San Jose Sharks.
Good job.
Sharks, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also soccer.
Yes.
Is that counted? But I don't know
There's
the names
soccer.
of the teams.
Yeah, I don't-
The San Jose Earthquakes.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes.
earthquakes.
Good job. That
That-
was 5 of 6.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all. What are the 2 major tectonic plates in the Bay Area called?
the San Andreas
Andreas
fault,
fault.
and the
Right.
Hayward fault.
Those are the faults, but what are the plates that
Oh,
are
the plates.
created by them? That the fault is created by?
Let's see. The paper plates.
Yeah.
The
And
China plates.
Yeah.
Right. The Pacific plate and the North American plate.
Oh
Oh.
boy.
Wow. Geology.
Now,
I actually
here,
lived right on top of the Hayward fault, by the way.
Did you really?
Yes. Although
did-
they tell me it wasn't Hayward's fault.
Oh.
No, I literally did. I lived in a basement apartment for many years.
Oh my God.
And so there was always that concern that if this,
Yeah.
if there would have been an earthquake, the entire,
Yeah.
How many shakes did you feel out there?
how many shakes? Not very much. I was in the famous 1989 quake.
Oh, right.
I was actually at school. I had been planning to go out to dinner with a friend, so I went out to my car to meditate. Jeff was always telling everyone about my daily meditation, which saved my life because I had thought about staying in my office, and everything in the office like completely collapsed. But instead, I was sitting in my car, and I thought at the time someone was just like jumping on the bumper, is what it felt
Oh.
like, and I opened my eyes. And,
Wow.
no one on the bumpers. Oh, it's a little earthquake. Who cares? And of course, it turned out to be
A big
really, really
earthquake.
dangerous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
One of the people in our school, one of the secretaries, was driving home on the Oakland Expressway and said she could literally see the sections of the freeway collapse
Yeah.
in her rear view mirror
Yeah.
as she came home.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't need CGI for that.
no. Let's see. We'll save that one for last because I think we can really shine on that one. Which 9 counties are part of the Bay Area? Do you think
Oh,
that'll
my
be a hard
goodness.
one or an easy one?
Contra Costa.
Contra
Correct.
Costa would be one. You now know that.
Good.
Alameda.
Yes.
Alameda. Yes.
Uh-huh.
San Francisco, of course.
Yes.
Marin.
Yes.
Marin. Napa. Are they
Yes.
considering that? Solano.
Yes. 6.
Santa Clara.
Yes.
There's more.
Two
there-
more.
2 more. One is
San Jose.
nope. It doesn't say San Jose. One you might think of in the same category as Napa, maybe.
Oh,
think.
another
Yolo?
winery. What?
More wine. I think of.
Wine.
Wine.
Napa and Sonoma.
Yes.
Sonoma. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. And one more. It's a San.
San Clemente. No, that's way south. San Marino.
San Mateo.
San Mateo.
Yes.
There you go.
Saint Matthew. Oh, Saint Matthew. San Mateo.
Okay. There's a history section left. So I'm wondering if you can tell me what happened in the Bay Area in the following years.
Oh,
There's
goodness.
probably a lot of things that happened,
right.
but
something.
something of
Historically
historical,
significant.
yes, that Wikipedia deemed important. 1769. Do you know what it
1769.
Mhm.
Well, pre. Yeah, 1769.
Could that have
Oh,
been like the first mission or something? on
First
that order?
European discovery of San
Yeah,
Francisco Bay.
oh, by one of those dudes, Ponce de Leon.
Sir Francis Drake.
I didn't write that part down, team.
Oh.
We did good job. We all you had to know is that it got discovered.
Drake and Ponce de
Yeah.
Leon got together in
That's right. 1846.
1840. We're going backwards.
No, I said 1769.
oh, yeah, that's right.
1846.
Math. 1846.
Well, was that the first gold discovered at Sutter's Mill?
That's good. Now you've achieved 1848.
Yeah,
Oh,
48.
okay. 2 years prior.
Uh-huh.
The railroad spike.
No, there was a war involved.
Oh, the Spanish.
Oh, that is to say, the United States acquired California in the Mexican-American War.
That's right. We
Mexican-American
seized
War.
exactly. Yep. We
Oh,
seized San
which
Francisco
Polk
and we
oversaw.
yes,
Yep.
good job.
Okay.
And what year did California become a state? Anyone?
1848.
1849.
Ah,
Good. 1906.
Earthquake.
Yep.
Yeah.
1989.
Earthquake.
Yep. Good job, team. Okay, last question. In U.S. presidential elections since 1960,
Yeah.
the 9-county Bay Area has
Yeah.
gone Republican how many times?
Once,
Nope.
None.
Nope.
twice.
Yes.
Reagan
Uh-huh.
and
Oh yeah, Reagan, of course. Nixon.
Yep.
yeah,
Good job, everyone.
yeah,
Fourth
Nixon, of
from
course.
California.
Yay.
From
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah,
Hooray.
Reagan was, of course, he was governor of that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
Did he go straight from being governor to being president? Like, was he governor of California and he was campaigning and then he
No,
had to leave his governor? No.
that was a long time.
No, there was a period in between.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was up to, except that he swung hard right.
Right. Yes.
He was fairly
started as a
leftist.
Democrat, interestingly
That's
enough.
right. Yeah.
He
Oh.
got turned off.
That's how he got to be governor of California. Was by being farther left than he was in as a president. I suppose.
Farther
like,
left.
well, you're saying he used to be a
Well,
he
by the
was-
time he became governor, I think he was much more right.
Oh.
Yeah.
He famously campaigned against the hippies in Berkeley and so on.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he was kind of pro Goldwater-y, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he picked up on Goldwater's impetus, right?
well, there was gold in the water in
Oh, yeah.
Well,
California.
literally,
Yeah,
so
yes,
did that.
there was. We did a show about that.
Yeah. Really?
Badger 49ers back in
Oh.
1983, featuring James Valk, who has since moved here
Yeah.
to Door County. Yeah.
Who were
Was
the
it
other
about-
people in that cast?
Gerald Pelrine, Kathy Foss, and Carrie Hitchcock.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's something?
So Carrie Hitchcock, of course, is married to Norman Moses
Exactly.
and
Oh.
has been up here and been in Door Shakespeare.
Yep. Mhm.
And Kathy Foss was a music student in Madison.
Uh-huh.
And her sister Kit Foss was in another voice studio while I was there, and
Huh.
she went on to sing at the Met.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it was a very strong cast vocally. As
Yeah.
you can, James Valk. Dave Peterson was really liberal. That's one of the reasons we've got such amazing theater. Is he was constantly empowering
Yeah.
members of the cast to do stuff, and so he allowed James Valk to rearrange a Gold Rush song called "California Stage," and he did it in this totally postmodern Manhattan Transfer sort of complicated
Harmonic.
yeah, and it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
impossible to learn because
Yeah.
your part didn't make sense
Yeah.
unless you sang it with everyone else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
That one's on tape, isn't it?
It does exist on tape. I don't think we sell it, but
No.
So is it about Wisconsinites who went
to the Gold Rush, yeah, it was a really interesting premise. It turned out lots of famous Wisconsinites, including some of our governors,
Oh wow.
decided to do that and didn't. I mean, it was very, very hard to make your fortune in the Gold Rush if you arrived, after it started. But it was quite interesting. All the stories of these people suffering through that, and my favorite line from that show was a sign they posted at a terribly muddy road. It said, "This road is not passable, not even jackassable."
That's good.
That's awesome.
That is good.
Songwriter's dream.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Shall we do another song?
We shall do another song.
Why don't you tell us about this one, Doc, and where it fits in the chronology?
Well, this one is from about 2008, I think. I actually wrote this on a chairlift, believe it or not, up at Lake Tahoe. One of the wonderful things about being a songwriter is that you have the opportunity to work in settings that would otherwise be considered nothing but recreational, right? And because you're constantly riding chairlifts up a long mountain. And so this is a song about the psychiatric status of birds, a specific bird, the mourning dove. I got to thinking about why is it that mourning doves mourn? Because it's MOURN. I mean,
Right.
Not
Not
like the
dawn.
dawn bird, right?
Mhm.
Why do they mourn? And I looked it up, and of course, it has something to do with mating. But I thought, speaking as a clinical psychologist, it was much more interesting if the reason the dove mourns is that his lover has left him and he thinks she's never going to come back. And so he's gotten clinically depressed. And so
Right.
the universe basically has to reassure him that everything is okay.
Oh.
And I thought that was kind of a sweet premise. And again, this is kind of in a style of a British 18th century song, but
Don't they have a
Yeah.
little like bird dispensary where we could just go get some Prozac?
Right.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
A bird feeder. I like that, some songwriters are like, I'm going to write from the perspective of a convict. I'm going to write from the perspective of a single mom. And you're like, I think I'll write from the perspective of the universe.
Right.
Like,
Well, actually, now that you bring it up, I mean, I love writing from the perspective of nature or thinking from the perspective of nature. That's why in Guys and Does, we decided to have a talking buck, because I was just interested, what would he say? We know what the people might say, but, what would the animal say? So it's always an interesting way to kind of go a little bit deeper,
Mhm.
it feels to me.
Yeah.
That buck learned to speak from Merlin, though, right?
Excuse me?
Did he learn to speak from Merlin?
Yes, exactly. In
Yeah.
Guys and Does, he talks
Yeah.
about how Merlin can talk to animals, and
Yeah.
he taught him English. So
Uh-huh.
that's yes, you remember more about that show than I do.
That's the extent of it.
Uh-huh. Okay, so this is called Morning Dove. Sad old dove sat high up in an oak, crying out his heart was truly broke. Have I lost the one who's born to be my mate? How can I live if this shall be my fate? So the west wind whispered to the moonlight, send this message to the morning dove. Dry your tears, friend, everything is alright. You still have a constant love. That sad old dove, he wailed the whole world round, from sun up till the weary sun went down. Help me please, I've lost my mother's heart. How can I live if we shall be apart? So the west wind whispered to the moonlight, send this message to the morning dove. Dry your tears, friend, everything is alright. You still have a constant love. Sparrows, they snuggle in their nest. The bluebird holds his darling to his breast. The crows sing their devotion every dawn. Still the morning dove believes his love is gone. So the west wind whispers to the moonlight, send this message to the morning dove. Dry your tears, friend, everything is alright. You still have a constant love. So the west wind whispered to the moonlight, send this message to the morning dove. Dry your tears, friend, everything is alright. You still have a constant love.
Nice.
Yay. I
Thank you.
love that.
Good old morning dove. Hope he gets his love back.
I hope so too.
Isn't it nice that the universe is so reassuring, though?
It
Don't you
is.
like that?
I love that.
Thank you.
Yes, I it's helpful to think of the universe as a reassuring
I know.
entity.
Isn't that warming?
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I was thinking about when you were talking about the white deer. I was reminded of this. What do you want me to not bring back up the white deer?
Oh, no. Any talk about the white deer, I'm all in.
I was thinking about that. The fall that we were doing Guys and Does, Deborah Babbage was at the White Gull Inn and listening to people who had seen the show. And one of them said, so there was one man, thank you. He was pretending to be a white deer. And I just love that so much. Like she didn't say there was a white deer in the show.
Yeah.
It's like explaining the premise of theater. So there were these people. I think they were normal people. They were up on stage pretending to be hunters, and one of them was pretending to be a white deer. Like it was just so sweet and
Hysterical.
like innocent or something. Okay, now Anne Bernshine is running our StreamYard. Now we've come to the bake off, and as we get settled in here, I would like us. My son, who, as you learned earlier, turned 5 this week, requested a skunk cake, and I said, "A what?" He said, "A skunk cake," and I was like, "Okay, a skunk." So I was tasked with making said skunk cake, and I made a little video about how I made the skunk cake. So
I forgot we gotta get a video.
yes, so Anne's going to play the video now. A really ridiculous moment where it looks, this looks like so gross, and it looks very amorphous, and I'm trying to get it in one piece onto the very problematic skunk, so I just wanted you to know it's not great of drawing, but I did it anyway. I drew the skunk on here. I copied from here. Okay, there's been a lot of carnage, but the outline of the black skunk is now complete. Here is the dead skunk parts.
Oh, it's at the end. Oh my goodness, that was too fun. That skunk cake was adorable.
Well, thanks. Here it is. Here's a slice of it.
A slice of the skunk cake. Was it hard for you to cut into it after you did all that? Nobody can hear you.
Like 5-year-olds.
It would be better if there weren't 5-year-olds around.
It would have been even harder, yes, but the 5-year-olds.
Oh, the 5-year-old was
The
just
5-year-olds were clamoring for the
5-year-old was
skunk cake.
clamoring
So
for the skunk cake.
it was, I was,
Yeah.
I was impelled
You were
to cut
completely
it.
filled. Well, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
So we're gonna. Gosh, we have so much to do.
I know. So I had to make it marble because I thought a skunk cake should be a marble cake, but I had never made a marble cake before. So as you saw in the video, you have to make a cake, a chocolate cake and a white cake, and then you kind of.
We're going in for the
put them
skunk
together.
cake,
Okay,
people.
skunk cake first, team.
So it's a chocolate cake that's been marbled into a yellow cake, I
Mhm.
presume.
Yeah.
And then you did, interestingly, in order to have contrast with the black and white skunk,
Mhm.
you did this beautiful kind of a turquoisey blue frosting.
Mhm.
Is it all buttercream or is it
It's all buttercream.
nice?
Yep.
Well, it's very aromatic.
Mm.
Oh,
but in a good way.
Yes.
Ooh,
Best smelling
that's
skunk.
delish. That's like when you go to a wedding, and you wonder, is the wedding cake going to be any good or not?
Right.
And then when it is, you're really satisfied.
And
Such a-
relieved.
Yeah.
And relieved. I
And
said.
relieved, precisely,
Because you thought
right.
it probably wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
So not that I would recommend that people have a skunk cake for their wedding, but why not?
Why not? Yeah. There's a black and white theme often at weddings anyway.
That's
You could,
true.
yeah, it fits in. Now, who made this
Delish.
thumbprint thingy?
That's David's.
Wow. And David, so, okay, I'm just going to guess. I'm going to guess
we
I
have
see
to-
a walnut.
I need a
It's like
palate cleanser.
yeah, that's true. It's like a,
David gave us a cocktail.
oh yeah, David gave us a
With
cocktail.
that. I have to make a cocktail too, by the way. Do we have time for all this? We do.
They're welcome to walk away from the,
Yeah, you
Computer,
can all
if
walk,
they
you can walk away from our drinking and
done.
eating anytime you want. So David made a
Whoa.
little cocktail
wow.
to go with.
Good.
Woo! Excitement over here. Tell us about this cocktail,
What
David.
is this?
Corpse Reviver 2. If it didn't work the first time, give him this. So is there like lemon in it?
Yeah, a lot of lemon.
And what else?
Yeah,
Gin.
lemon and gin. It's like a, huh?
Cointreau.
Oh,
David's looking at what else there is. He's looking at his list. Absinthe. Oh, look out.
oh, for heaven's sake!
Lillet Blanc,
White wine,
which is
yeah.
a fortified
People
white wine.
will use that in
Wow.
place of vermouth.
I
a
feel
lot, dry vermouth.
fortified.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Wow, that's
Amazing.
delish and naughty.
Now this goes with. Oh, sorry. Go on.
yeah. No, so now we're going to try the thumbprint
Thumbprint.
that goes with.
Oh, it's so nice and like
Mm.
not very sweet, which I
Mm.
love. It's so like
Mm.
buttery.
wow.
Mm.
What is this?
It's a
Oh.
Chinese walnut cookie
Wow.
with five
Well,
spice
spice,
seasoning.
Yeah. Wow,
Mm.
very cool.
Amazing.
So a little star anise in
delicious.
there, and yeah,
It's really good. I love that.
that's yummy.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I still have my ear things in for some reason.
Now,
Yeah.
Jeff, Jeff made a coffee cakey thing, and I believe that there are some toasted coconuts on the top. And I believe that there's like a crumble, and I'm gonna taste it to see if this is chocolate or like dates or something in here.
Okay, you do that,
Okay.
and you let me know what you think.
Oh my gosh, that's really yummy. I think it's chocolate.
It is chocolate.
Mm.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
Tell me about what is this?
What is that?
What is this?
I know it's like so much stuff. You make the sort of crumbly part of the sponge, right? And then you reserve some of it, so it's got flour and butter and brown sugar in it, and you pull that aside, some of that aside, and then you make the whole batter with your egg and your buttermilk and all that, and then you put that in and your chocolate chips, and you put that in the pan, and then you take that reserved stuff and you add coconut and walnuts and more brown sugar to that, and you use that as the topping.
Yum.
So it's like stuff on stuff on stuff.
Amazing. Stuff
And
had
I-
fallen, stuff on stuff.
I decided that since we're having a coconut chocolate thing, that we'll have a little. Oh no, this all melted. Oh, that'll
Is
be
it? Are
fine.
they your egg white?
Yeah,
egg
the
whites?
egg whites melted, but that's okay because they have to melt anyway.
I'm gonna revive my corpse while you while you do that. Yeah,
So I'm shaking this up.
reviving my insides.
Those are the magic ingredients in there.
Oh wow! Is there lavender?
It is not lavender.
Is there
You can't
this
guess
is
by
fun.
looking.
I can't guess by looking.
Yeah, you can guess by looking if you want.
Well,
In it goes into the
okay.
little shaker.
is it rosé?
It is not.
It has a.
No,
I'm
it
just
is
telling
not.
everyone it has kind of like a
Whoops.
pinkish, purplyish.
Yeah,
Tint.
it does kind of a little bit.
Although Jeff has a purple shirt on, so
Oh,
it could be what it's.
got to shake that baby up.
Now, are you doing the thing? I've been thinking about this lately. Are you doing the thing where you have to do it until your hands you can't take it anymore?
That's generally what I do.
I
for
don't have
punishment.
not invested in a cocktail shaker.
Oh, you haven't?
But now that I see that fiscally responsible Jeff Herbst has, maybe I will.
Well, here's the thing about this. You know how some people, if they're a 2-person household, sometimes they have 3 cars in the driveway.
Yeah.
We have 3 cocktail shakers, even though we're a 2-person household.
I love it. And one car. So I've been trying to do, what I do instead of having a shaker is I have like my coffee thermos, and it has like is double walled. It lasts for a long time, and then it has a little hole, right, that you pour out. I can just pour the liquid out. The ice all stays in.
Oh,
It works great, except for that I can't do this because my hand will never feel cold
No, it
through
will
the
never.
double walled thermos. Yeah.
So if I were doing this at home,
Yeah.
For this particular drink, I would have put a cherry into the cocktail glass. Actually, first what I would have done, I like to sometimes rim the cocktail glass with something if it's a particular kind of drink. This drink, I would probably do a sugar and orange rind on the, so that give you a little hint about what might be in here. And then put the cherry in, and then of course you just strain this. And I'll hand you that one, Katie.
Should I
Also,
pass
you
this
can,
to Doc?
you can just show that one
Oh.
to the people.
Oh, okay.
I'll fill this one for Doc and Dave.
Okay. Show this to the people. People, you have been shown.
No, we were not able to do the dry shake because the egg white melted, but that's okay. Like I said, it'll all still contribute.
I'm very excited about this. I have to say, doesn't this makes me excited that Jeff and I are almost joining Dave and Doc in their vaccination status, because maybe I could get the rind, the orange rind sugar, thing in person. Yeah.
Totally.
And we wouldn't even have to leave the meet in the loading dock and leave the door open.
Wow.
Mm,
That's good.
yum.
Yum.
Delicioso.
Any guesses on this one?
I'm sensing egg white.
You are so sensible.
Yeah.
Coconut?
Yeah.
Coconut, yeah.
Coconut what? Water?
No,
Liqueur?
it's coconut rum.
Oh.
Yeah.
mm.
Oh, wow.
And there's something zippy. Are you doing your
I did some habanero syrup
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
with the coconut. I like to have the hot and sweet,
Mhm.
and then I put a little bit of triple sec in there,
Yeah.
and then I put cherry bitters,
Hmm.
and that's what gave
Wow.
you the little hint of
Of
rosé.
pink. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Love it.
So that's my little cherry firecracker bomb.
Mm.
Is that what it's called?
Cherry firecracker.
I just made that up. Sure.
Mm.
Jordy and I watched Another Round last night. Have you seen that movie yet?
No, what is that?
It's a Danish movie. It's nominated for Best Foreign Language Film.
How did you watch it?
We watched it. It streams for
On-
people who can watch it. Yeah, on Amazon or wherever your platform is.
Well, which one?
We watched it through Amazon. I mean, it costs $4.99, but it's
Oh,
not
you had
cheaper
to pay
than going
for
to the
it.
theater. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Mads Mikkelsen, the great Danish actor.
Okay.
And the premise is this bunch of teachers at a Danish school learn about a theory from a Danish psychiatrist that human beings should naturally have 0.05 alcohol level in their blood, but for whatever evolutionary reason they don't. So they decide to try to maintain themselves at a 0.05 alcohol level.
Oh.
And as
What
you can
does that-
imagine, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, I'm curious to know what they deemed the amount of alcohol you'd have to continually drink to.
Well, they were very scientific about it.
Yeah.
So they all have breathalyzers or whatever, and
Oh.
they'll figure out, are they 0.05, whatever, and they do pretty well at 0.05. So then they try to just see what would happen if they go further,
Yes.
and that's where trouble ensues.
Trouble
But yeah,
ensues.
it's brilliant film. It's already won a lot of film festivals and called
Cool.
Another Round. So yeah,
It's not a documentary, though.
no,
Oh.
it's definitely not.
Oh,
But it's interesting premise.
it's
Yeah.
a very interesting premise.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that none of this was done while driving.
That's true. That's true.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes. Although they do, like they're all teaching, and it improves their teaching to be a little bit looser, right?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
So
Sure.
it made me
What's
think
the
maybe I should be more open to alcohol than I have
Oh.
throughout my life.
Have you considered daily meditation to kind of make yourself a little looser?
Yeah, you ought to give that a try.
Yeah,
Let us know how it goes for
meditation
you.
followed by daily alcohol would be.
So that's so interesting. What's the legal? I have no idea. What the legal what what the legal limit-
0.08 or
I
is
think
it?
it's 0.08.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
So there,
Yeah.
0.05, stand kind of steady as she goes.
You know, the only
interesting.
time I've ever used a breathalyzer, they have one at the Bayside that you can or they did for a while, that you could use, I guess, to
Wow.
determine whether you were
Apparently
safe to drive.
Oh, that's
COVID.
cool.
What?
Pre-COVID.
Right, yes, one would hope. And I had one drink, but I saw people using it or whatever, and I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder what my
Yeah.
my blood alcohol level is after one drink. I had a gin and tonic in front of me, and
Just
I was
looking at it.
almost done. No, I had drunk most of it, and I was almost done. And I did the breathalyzer, and it read. Everyone else had been getting numbers. Mine said "Go to hospital." I think that I think I must have just had a drink, so it was all alcohol probably.
I was overwhelmed with gin. That's hysterical. Oh goodness. Well, I'm sure glad we're not making people choose winners anymore.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Are you?
Well, I'm especially.
You're
As
the
the
one.
person who would
has
have to be.
have to choose.
Yeah.
It would be very hard.
You're the one who prompted us to give up on the old
Oh, did you? I
competition.
really did. No
Yes.
kidding.
Oh, he
In
is.
part.
Yeah. Well,
Don't you remember?
I just remember that at some point, my favorite part of the show, which was getting crowned the winner, was ripped from me.
Cooking is an art, and I think in the realm of art, contests are really kind of mismatched.
Yeah.
I mean, what really is the best picture of the year? Who's the best actor of the year? Those kinds of things are pretty arbitrary ultimately.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Choose already.
Spoken like someone who has already won the Kerrville Folk Festival, which I have now entered to no avail 12 times.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
12 times.
Who
Someday.
won it?
Doc.
You won the Kerrville?
I was in what they call a new folk finalist,
Yeah.
which doesn't. I actually
It
didn't
counts
win, but
you-
I
yeah.
You say
was one of the
youthful
time.
finalist?
They call it a new folk finalist.
Oh, new folk. I thought you said youthful.
Not anymore. No, this was 1990, right when my first album came out.
No
That
kidding.
Fred had
What song
produced.
did you submit?
I submitted "The Eye of Heaven"
Oh,
and
wonderful.
"Mountains Call My Name."
No kidding.
Yeah, and I got to
Wow.
perform on stage with Sean Colvin, and
Oh,
it was
That's
really an
really cool.
amazing experience. Yeah, yeah.
So amazing. I know.
Mhm. Someday, Katie.
12
Bell, I'm
times.
sure.
I know someday I would fill out my
But can you
application.
bake a skunk cake, mister?
Right.
Precisely. See, I
Exactly.
can't do that. So.
All right. So
Here we are. We got to sing another song.
that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
It's not.
Now the people are indulging us.
It's not good, for the record, to use alcohol to numb yourself if you're a worrier like I am. But it does seem to me that alcohol and a worry song, there is some sort of segue to be found between the cocktails and the worry song. I'm just not sure what it is,
You
but
just found it.
Obliteration of worry, right? Isn't that the,
What?
Isn't that the point? The alcohol obliterates the worry.
well, right. Yeah, exactly.
Worry no more, my friend.
Worry no more. My corpse has been revised. My cherry has been fire cracked. Oh, so now I will sing. I didn't mean to do that. Now I will sing a song about worrying, called "Worry, Worry, My Friend."
You want another drink first?
I don't think that's a good
I
idea.
think it's time to go to the hospital.
Go to hospital. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I took a walk in the redwood tree out in California. I thought the trees might speak to me that warm and windless summer day, saying we've been here 500 years by the wild Pacific Sea. But I took one look at those big old trees and I worried they would fall on me. Worry, my friend. Worry, my love. Worry, my shepherd and shield. I borrow more trouble than I'll ever repay. Frost on the summer field. I lay down with a beautiful man, his eyes so kind and blue. We lay down on a feather bed in the cool of a July afternoon. I felt his skin, I felt the sun. I felt my soul would mend. Oh, I love that lovely man, and I worried it was gonna end. Worry, my friend. Worry, my love. Worry, my shepherd and shield. I borrow more trouble than I'll ever repay. Frost on the summer field. I woke up on a clear blue day, feeling light and wise. The night had brought me peace at last and brightened all of my skies. I could see my worry gone from me, gone on the westbound track. The worry had finally set me free till I worried it was gonna come back. Worry, my friend. Worry, my love. Worry, my shepherd and shield. I borrow more trouble than I'll ever repay. Frost on the summer field. I borrow more trouble than I'll ever repay. Frost on the summer field.
That's fun.
It is fun. I was reminiscing with Doc that I think I had the idea for that song. I was thinking about worrying. I think I might have had the chorus, and I was running in Peninsula State Park, and I ran into Doc Heide.
I wasn't hurt, however.
What? You were not. No one was hurt.
It was like
And,
it was like a double black diamond.
Right.
Doc Heide in the way.
Exactly. Some of them have trees. Some of them have psychology professors standing in your way. Anyway, and I sort of got like this. I thought. I think he brought the redwoods into my mind, which gave me a place to sort of start the
Cool.
song. Yeah.
Well, you have wasted a perfectly good afternoon at the Jeff and Katie Show. Thank you, Doc, for joining us for
Thank you for having me.
for the last scheduled Jeff and Katie Show. But we are not saying never ever.
Or sure not.
No.
No.
Why would we do that?
I mean, I see no compelling reason given the feast
I know.
to which we
I know.
are entitled.
I know. It's an embarrassment of riches.
Yes.
But don't forget to go on the Northern Sky site and pay what you choose to see the silly songs on April 1st. Pay what you choose to see Doc Heide on April 17th and help us close out our very successful and wonderful first ever winter season.
Yay.
And look for more news soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave Alley. Thank you, Ann Bernshine. Thanks, everyone. And we got to sing our song.
The Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff
The
Show.
Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff Show. Commutable.
Refutable.
Disputable.
Delusional.
No matter what, we know that you'll be watching. The Jeff and Katie Show.
And Doc.
Wow. Booming baritone. Thanks, everybody. Have
Thanks,
a great
everyone.
remaining Sunday evening.
Bye.
Bye.